What's going on, guys? It's YoungCabbage here, bringing another installment of the Pokemmo podcast. This is going to be episode 17, and it's going to feature myself as well as Minish. Many of you have heard of Minish, I'm sure. He's a great guy. It was a really fun conversation. If you're a fan of the podcast, don't forget to like and comment who you want to see on the next installment, and go ahead and check it out on Spotify as well. Now, because these podcast episodes have become more wildly inconsistent, I'm actually just going to forego the shiny catch events and everything of the week at the end of the video. I know it was a fun section that I had on all the other podcasts, but I just want to have more of the focus shift to just the guests themselves. And that's probably something I'm going to be implementing moving forward. We'll see how things go. But regardless, let's jump right into this episode of the Pokemmo podcast. Intro.
I don't know if everyone knows me, but I'm Minish. I'm the person who will say whatever he's thinking at the detriment of everyone around him. That's my role in this game. Um, I like Pokemon. I have been high ranking in the mainline games. I've been PvP. I've hunted 24 starters in the mainline games. Soft reset. One of my major mess ups that not many people know about is I soft reset for like a Groudon, and
Ooh.
yeah, I soft reset for a Groudon, and that would have been Ruby version, and I got it, and then I realized I only had 16 balls, and I had used my Master Ball already on a Cheetah, so I was a little cooked, and it I read all balls in front of it, and
Oof.
my little DS was almost broken that day. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm surprised it wasn't. I mean, I
Uh,
used to shiny hunt as a kid, and yeah, there are definitely moments where you accidentally run away or whatever, and it never feels good.
uh, dude,
Yeah,
that's a good example of what Pokemon actually does. Because people be like, Minish, they do all these things that make you upset. Why do you play the game? Like, bro, oh man, I would have run from like 40 shinies recently if I didn't have that little box, and it lets me shunt comfortably while I'm driving and stuff too. Because then I'll get the little icon. I'll be like, oh, there's a shiny there.
yeah.
So like I love it. Especially when I do what I call sleep shunting. So what I like to do is I find a comfortable position where I'm lying flat on my back with my
Mhm.
shoulders square, and then I'll just tap the screen and just listen to audio cues until I fall asleep. And I'll usually do an extra 1,000 while I'm falling asleep, so it's kind of nice.
I respect the dedication. Can't say I've ever sleep shunted, but I'll have to try that. But that's
It
funny, bro. Well, and as far as like the game goes and stuff, like how did you first find it? That's a genuinely a question.
I
Not even for like
I
the
actually
yeah.
knew about this in 2012, but at
Mhm.
the time Pokemon Uranium was getting shut down, and this only had Kanto, and I'm
Mhm.
like, Kanto, and I was like on a everyone likes Gen 1, Gen 1 is overrated binge, and I'm like, I'm not gonna play a game that's just gonna get shut down, but I like
Mhm.
the concept of Pokemon, I always have. But I just thought, oh, that doesn't even look good. I'll just play the mainline games,
Mhm.
and I regret it. If I had played back then, I would have whaled it up so early on, and I can't even imagine how rich I would be right now.
Jeez. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd never thought about that. The people who did whale back in the day that had, they're sitting on like, a few of those Q
I would have
hats
put
or something.
thousands of dollars into the game back then, and I'd be sitting on like 30 Q hats. Man,
Yeah, PokeMMO, the Pokey or whatever is like Bitcoin if you invested that early, I swear.
oh
It's kind of
man.
crazy.
It's just like real money though. And
Mhm.
I've done okay with investing. I can't complain. And I do okay with Pokemon modern investing. And
Mhm.
like if I was like that, I know you were religious, right? We've had that
Yeah.
conversation. But like, I think if I play back then, I don't grind events anyway, right? I don't play
Mhm.
more frequently. I don't develop the gym rerun strategies. I don't empathize with the free to play players. I don't catch thousands of dittos.
Yeah.
So, in a way, it's probably better that I'm not super rich.
Mhm. Yeah, I would say that's fair. Like it's one of those things where like I mean I have a few different like friends that play the game, and everybody has like a different play style where you do have more of like a I'd rather farm like in real life money kind of
Yep.
player.
Yep.
You
I
have
do stock trading for 2 hours, 2 hours 3 times a week, and then 1/3 of that I just throw into the game, so I
oh
don't
dude,
affect my actual money. Yeah.
that's awesome. Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
like you
I
have
just yep.
mhm,
I just put
yeah.
away like 30K to the side for investing, and then I'll make like a couple $100 some days, and
Mhm.
then I'll just throw it into the game. Easy.
Yeah, that's awesome. I think that's super cool, and that's the right way to do it, right? Like, not putting yourself in an uncomfortable position, and it's like, granted, everyone, I guess you could work overtime to some extent, but like, I have some players, like, there's this, I don't know if he actually has a YouTube as well, but it's Angry Gorilla. I don't know if you've seen him pop up, but
Okay.
he was chatting with him, and like, he has a very interesting play style where he essentially will, if he needs a water stone, rather than even spending the Poke Yen
Will he thief it?
on yeah, he'll either thief it or he'll get a
Amen.
blue shard and then convert it. I think it's awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I
it's like
like that.
you're doing a lot, but he's probably enjoying the game more than all of us, like, to be completely fair. I think it's
So does
cool.
he just not use the GTL under any circumstance?
Yeah, I mean, it's basically like he does to buy breeders and things like that, but I mean, it's like basically he says like if I can farm it, I want to try first is like the way he approaches it
I like
rather
that.
than yeah, I'm too impatient unfortunately. Like with events and stuff, I bought the frog for way too much money right as it dropped and stuff like that.
How
So
much did you pay for the frog?
I'm embarrassed. I paid like a solid 2 mil for that thing, dude.
Wow.
I thought it was a mysterious bag pull, and I just didn't do my research, and so I just bought the frog off the GTL, and then I, like, looked
Oh
into it, and it was
man.
sad.
I'm thinking
Oh,
about getting a slime mask right now, but I already have every cosmetic I could ever want. But I
mhm.
did pick up on a frog for 200K.
Nice, dude. Well, I mean, you've got the pumpkin helmet, that thing is and Green Unity, I mean, I'm a fan of that too.
Do you
It's
want
a
I
great
have
one.
5 of them if you want a Unity cape. I don't mind if you wanna
Oh,
rent one.
dude, I've got one of each, actually. Those are the 2 investments I accidentally made that paid off really well. So, but yeah, dude, there's some fun ones, I
Froggy's
mean
at 4,400,000. Geez, 2 mil.
oof.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, we don't talk about it, it's so
Hey,
sad.
I conservatively sold my mermaid, and I sold it
Mhm.
for like 5 point the mermaid hair. I sold for
Yeah,
5.5. Oh, look, it's back to 5.5. Okay. I guess I didn't do
nice.
too bad. But it was at 6 for a bit. But like
Oh,
I
okay,
sold mine
gotcha.
for 5.5, and I guess it's at 5.5 now. Uh,
Mhm.
yeah, I'm usually okay at least ballparking it, but I always sell early.
Yeah. No, I think that's totally fair, it's a smart way to do it with events.
Yeah. If
I
I'm
just
happy with the gain, I just take the gain. I try not to greed out.
nice, yeah. I that's something I could learn from you on because I'm not super good at that. I get excited and wanna keep opening, and this is the first event actually that paid off where I pulled the mermaid hair and I pulled the deer skull, so I'm, like,
Wow, you got the
super
deer skull.
stoked.
Nice.
Yeah,
So
as
you've
the
been doing
only
PvP?
yeah, I've been
Uh,
loving the
ah,
rotation battles.
I've been told it's such a good money maker and I would do
Mhm.
really well, but I sit here and I have 140 OTs to put particles on, and everybody doesn't want to farm the pumpkin boss because it dude, and the strat I used got nerfed and I'm like, okay, whatever. Then it got nerfed a second time and I'm like, okay. Then it got nerfed a third time and I'm like, bro, what is this? And then I'm sitting there, I'm frustrated and mad, and then they take away another pumpkin bag and I'm like, bro, and I'm like, "Hey guys, can you put particles on my mod?" They're like, "We're not grinding that anymore after 5 to 4." And I'm like, "Bro, it's like that Ralph Wiggum meme where it's like, "Stop,
Mhm.
stop, he's already dead."
Yeah,
And I'm
literally,
like
no, that's
and
3
I'm sitting there
times the
with my
nerf now.
clown makeup just like farming. I'm like, "Dude, if I spend 60K on items to like farm this boss, I can
Yeah.
get 80K in bags for 15 minutes of work. This isn't a waste of time at all. My particle, dude, it's worth 20K. Woo!"
Yeah, celebrate, yeah, no, that at that point, it's like, I would just buy a Ditto, because like, they're probably gonna drop to
Oh, man.
15K.
They're 5 mil. I have 140 shinies.
Oh my goodness. 100 you're trying to particle all of them?
I have to.
Fair. Yeah, I respect that
And
grind.
it was at a certain point because I have so many. It's like, and I have to trust somebody, and it's like you're gonna get them all done. You
Yeah.
know? Oh, man. So and it's not even 140 because I have an additional 40 every particle mons, so it's
Yeah.
180 that I had to do.
Oh my goodness. No, that's a ridiculous amount.
Yeah. People don't understand how hard it is to own 40 like $300 million mons. I hope you guys can empathize with me, guys. It's really hard out here.
Yeah, it sounds like a very tough situation for you.
Dude,
Me and all my 5x
I
hordes.
had to breed one of my high dragons to be like a 531 natured with a 30. Like
Mhm.
it's and then just yesterday I finally hit Drifloom and I made that a comp mon and then I
You hit
my
Drifloon?
Shandy, yeah. I
Lucky
hit
man.
Drifloon last night, yeah, at a low, I think it was a low 40,000 encounters. Oh, you wanna hear some crap? Look at
Yeah.
this, dude. This is you wanna talk about dry spells? 46K 909, okay. That was
Mhm.
Drifloon. 61,909, that's Pillow. And then we got like a little reprieve, like a little like breathing room.
Yeah.
26,515. Okay, can't complain on draw. It's nice.
Mhm.
26,405. Nice. Okay, ready? Now here we're gonna take off. 46,459 for Mankey, and then before that,
Oh.
64,001 encounter for Kadabra, and then you want to know what the leadoff one is? 120,993.
Oh.
We're going through a period of waiting. God is testing my resolve.
Hey, you're a stronger man than I am. I've gone over like 100K twice, and I don't think anyone wanted to sit in a VC with me with how much I would whine about it. So it's
I've been over 100K 28 times,
oh my goodness.
and 24 of them were singles.
Jeez. And that's like entirely singles, right? Not like you're
Yes,
doing
yep,
hordes.
yep. And then 30K is about 110,000. So like I go to 100,000, I don't really care, but I'm getting spoiled by five hordes. So I'm,
Yeah.
I'm losing a little bit of my edge. But whenever it's really bad, even when I was 280K singles dry, I
Yeah.
said to myself, it's not as bad as my 160 eggs. And then now I say to myself, it's not as bad as my 201,000 eggs
Oh my
and my
dude.
20 what is between 22,000 and 26,000 alpha eggs.
Oh my I mean this genuinely when I say I would happily go like 500K dry just to watch you hit. Cause like
I'm
that
I have said
ugh.
this and I stand by this. There will never be a Chikorita. I don't want it anymore. I don't want it.
You
That
gotta
mon
keep
will
faith,
enrage.
man.
I don't
I
even want to.
believe.
If I get it, I don't even want to look at it. I don't even want that filth in my PC. That used to be my favorite mon. I look at it, it just causes anguish.
So now that Chikorita is a sore subject, what's the target then? Is there something specific that you're like
So
another big goal?
I invested into I got really good deals. I have four every particle alphas right now. Four boxes of
Jeez.
every particle alphas, including Kanto. That was
Mhm,
that was where a lot of my low it was like 2.7 billion, which I flipped into 3.2 billion, and then I took the 3.2 billion and about a billion of it went into Kanto and Friends
mhm,
alphas because I feel like those are the future. Those are going to be the future pumpkins.
mhm.
Which I also have. You heard my every particle mons, but
Yeah.
yeah, I believe particles are the future. I made like what a respectable 13 million off of investing on the blood particles, the Lotus
Mhm.
blood particles when they were at 80K, and I'm sitting
Yeah.
on like 118 of those, but I'm gonna use them all, so they're just whatever. So.
We're playing different games, man. I'm over here doing gym reruns during the Halloween event, and you're
Dude,
flipping
everyone's like
billions.
everyone's like,
That's
"How did you
awesome.
flip? How did you flip to make so much money?" And I'm like, I put money into the game so I can always invest, and then I
Mhm.
invest in whatever is going to make money. If I don't have any capital to invest in, I never sell early. I just credit card swipe. So I always
Nice.
sell when I need to sell. Like I don't ever have the pressure, oh, I need a dump early. No, I can wait
Mhm.
forever. I'm sitting on like I have on my alt account, I have over like what is it, 110 of the coolest shinies you'll ever see.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, I'm gonna use these on event prizes. And then I look at them and I'm like, I don't want to give these away. I'm just gonna give away RP for the 30th time so I can keep these. And then the cycle continues.
Yeah. Well, that's
But
awesome, dude.
I showed some personal growth because there was a secret shiny Talo. And for those who don't know, Talo in Petalburg has a lower encounter percentage than Trico. And some idiot got a secret shiny Talo and posted it for like 15 mil.
That's insane.
And I'm like, and I'm like, no, Minish, stay strong. You need your numbers to be slightly higher so you can make the meme video for Epoch.
Yeah.
You need to have 2 billion plus. You can't be buying Talos.
That is a
Ugh.
pretty cool Taylor, to be fair, though. That, funnily enough, in Petalburg, I haven't done like too much hunting there, but that's on my like list of singles, obviously. Like preferably would want Trico the Sloth or Talo. I think Shroomish is cool, but like something about hitting the bird there would be kind of fun. You know, it's such a unique spot to get it.
I would freak out more than it was a Trico.
Hmm.
I would, because like
Yeah.
it's Beldum rarity. People
Yeah.
don't understand. And then people will be I had one viewer, he's like, I got a shiny in Petalburg. I phased. And I'm like, what is he? He's like Talo. And he's like, I'm gonna kill it. I'm like, you kill it, I'm banning you from this chat. He's
Yeah.
like, what? I'm like, you kill it. And then he's like, I sold it for 3 million. I'm like, my brother in Christ, I would have given you 8. And
Yeah.
he's like, what? And he's upset that he lost money. I'm like, no, why did you sell it? You just gave God
Yeah.
a slap in the face. What are we
Yeah.
doing?
Like nobody, there are
That's
very
the
few people who
rarest
will have that
mod.
experience.
That is
Yeah.
the rarest mod by location.
Yeah. No, it's
Uh,
just crazy because like the amount of people that would look at that and just be like, "Oh no, it's the face value of a Talo." It's like it's not. Like I don't know. It's the yeah.
it is like my second lowest encounter of all time. I have a 230 swarm. I hit Bennett,
Mhm,
and then 230 encounters later, because I was too lazy to leave the region and I was about to drive to work,
mhm.
I hit the Swallow.
Oh no way.
Yeah, 230 encounters later. I have it on my encounter, but
That's awesome.
right. Yeah, it's like the third drive. Yeah, 230. The fact that
Mhm.
I know it's 230 off the top of my head is kind of disgusting. I really need to get evaluated.
Now,
It's
dude,
like,
I respect the dedication. It's awesome.
yeah, you want to like Snorlax has 160 base HP, has
Mhm.
110 attack, has like
Yeah.
what is it, 60 defense, has or is it 65 defense? Might even I think it's probably somewhere 60. I'm gonna lock in 65, and
Should
then
we pull it
like
up? Let's see.
yeah, go ahead. So I'm gonna
You
go.
could be spewing nonsense and I would still believe you.
But it's
Just keep that in mind.
160 HP, 100%, 110 attack, 100%, 110 special defense, 100%, 30 speed, 100%, and then special attack and defense are throwing me off. I'm gonna go 65 defense and 60 special.
Close. Both of them are special attack is also 65. But yes,
Special
65 was
attack is
defense.
65 and then 70
Yeah.
defense. Yeah.
The defense is 65 as well, yeah.
Yeah,
'Cause
65,
it's
65. They're both 65.
yeah. So you were
Okay.
close. You were literally one off, which I
Yeah.
is more than most people could say. So
Yeah,
I'm still
like,
impressed.
what about like a Kadabra and Gengar? Like Alakazam is just like slightly faster than Gengar. It's like pathetically, it's like by design. Just
Really?
because ghost types were just so disgustingly bad in Gen 1, people
Mhm.
forget how OP psychic types are. And just look
Yeah.
at the base speed, it should be like barely like Alakazam is just faster than Gengar. And
Mhm.
Gengar's poison typing, and just there's no getting through an Alakazam Gen 1. It was hilarious. The
Yeah.
ultimate glass cannon.
120 is crazy. Yeah,
120, and look at Alakazam.
just a monster. Yeah. Let me see here.
It'll be higher. It's like it was by
Yeah.
design. Yep.
It's up by 10. So it's
Yep,
120 Alak
130,
or,
right?
yeah, 120 Alakazam and then 110 Gengar.
Oh, at
So it's
110,
crazy.
120. I knew it was a 10 difference. I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
But it's just like, man, Gengar you can't beat Gen 1 Alakazam.
Mm-mm. No, he was moving different for sure. It was something else on your team, man. It's
Dude,
so you've played since Gen 1, right?
yeah. Yeah, I
Okay.
used to destroy everybody. Yeah, yeah, because I kind of had a knack for it. Yeah.
That's awesome, dude. So you've been into this like when did Gen 1 come out? Is it like a I mean, I have
Oh,
no idea how old
I
you
was late
are.
to the party because I was the poor kid, right? And I
Mhm,
lost my mom at an early age. So I was at
mhm,
the YMCA, and the YMCA had like other classes they could do, but my
yeah,
dad couldn't afford them. So
mhm,
I'd sit in a giant cafeteria, and everybody would be playing Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, and like the cool kids would have their Game Boys. And I
yeah.
would watch these other kids play Pokemon while I sit there for 6 hours and wait for my dad to pick me up from work. And then
Wow.
they would drop you off at 4 a.m. in the morning because that's when it opened. And then
Mhm.
the YMCA bus would bus you to school. And then from school, it'd bring you back to the facility. And I would just sit in a cafeteria all day.
Wow. And so
Yeah.
you
And
just watch them play, so it's
I'd
probably
watch
like a
other
pretty special
people.
thing.
I was like the Red Skull meme. Or not really because I don't give it to them. But it's like
Mhm.
I would just sit there like envious, just watching these other kids play Pokemon all day. And
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah, well, hey, look at it now though. Now people watch you play, like, it's kind of a
yeah.
funny paradigm shift. That's really cool in a way, man. Yeah.
Despite our financial situation, my dad in his great Christian heart, he's like, we can't get a Game Boy. The Japanese, how they treated our PFWs and prisoners of war, right? And
Mhm.
he's like, I can't get you a Japanese product after how they treated our troops. And then
Yeah.
now he drives a Japanese car, by the way. Now he drives a Honda. But anyway, so he's like, "Oh," and I'm like, and he knows I'm sitting at the school. He knows I don't have a mom and everything, and he shells
Mhm.
out, and I got a Game Boy Advance, a see-through one, right?
No
And he
way.
bought me it, and I was so happy. And then I'm looking, I'm like, "Where's the game?" And he goes, "Game." So then I had a Game Boy Advance with no game, and it didn't come with a game. I had a Game Boy Advance with no game for the next year. And then, there's a reason my dad was like $200,000 in credit card debt. We would go like on holiday trips. We would go
Mhm.
to we'd go to Blockbuster and they would let you rent Pokemon games, which is like the most backwards concept ever. So I would
Yeah.
start a Pokemon game. I would get to, and I would, it'd almost always be Gen 2. I was always trying to beat Gen 2. But
Yeah.
I'd get as far as the Bellsprout guys, and I was scared of going in
Yeah.
and fighting the bald people who looked really scary in the Gen 2 sprites. But
Fair.
I'd muscle my way through the flying gym. I'd get to Bellsprouts and then I'd have to turn the game in every
Yeah.
time. It was a soft locked. And
That's
then
kind of funny, actually.
yeah.
It was like a free trial in a way.
So the first game I actually beat was Sapphire version.
Oh, no
And
way.
my grandma got it for me, and she's
Mhm.
like, $30, Minish? That's too much money." I think it was $40 actually. She's like, "That's a lot of money for a video game." And
Mhm.
then she bought it for me because I'm like, I was all disappointed and stuff. And
Mhm.
then she I love my grandma. I talk to her every week to this day, but I
Yeah.
must have given her like the most heartfelt thanks she's ever heard in her life. Because every time I came over, she's like, "Do you want another one? You want another one?" Because I must have thanked her. She must have saw how happy it made me, and I couldn't get separated from it. But
Yeah.
me and my young brain, right, trying to figure out how to beat Sapphire version, I got stuck in Slateport. And I never talked, and then I just couldn't figure out how to get the guys to move from
Yeah.
to blocking the museum.
Mhm.
And eventually I did what every dumb kid does. I went to Dewford. I talked to every NPC in Dewford. I went to
Yeah.
Petalburg. I talked to every NPC in Petalburg. And I sat there with a piece of paper marking out each one I talked to.
Yeah.
And then I talked to everybody and I'm like, well, I give up. And I walk back and I noticed the museum people were gone. And I triggered whatever the thing is because I accidentally talked to the guy in the boat shop at some point because that's how you do
Oh,
it.
yeah.
And because there was no real internet for this and I didn't have the guide or anything. And there was all my other kids were dumb kids and the game was pretty new. But
Yeah.
so I get the guys to move accidentally, and I steamroll, and I get to the daycare, and I give the daycare person my starter, and it
Yeah.
disappears. And I'm like, no, no, I lost my starter. And my best friend was like, dude, you need to turn your game off. You're not gonna have a starter. And I'm like, what? He's like, you didn't save, right? I'm like, no. He's like,
Oh,
turn your game
no.
off. You didn't get a starter. And I'm like, so I turn my game off, and then I'm back to being locked behind the museum. No idea how I did it. And
To
then I
talk to all the
repeated,
people again.
and then I talked to all the people again, and this,
Yeah, dude, that's
but
way funny.
yeah,
I swear those early Pokemon games, like especially whenever we're kids, like I feel like you look back at some of these like puzzles and things, and you're like, it is not as hard as I
you
remember.
can brute force anything.
Mhm.
Just talk
No,
to
it's
every NPC in the game. You got this. I
yeah,
think
I remember Ruby, dude. I remember playing through because Ruby and Leaf Green were like the two I invested the most time in as a kid. And for me, it was finding I can't even tell you right now how to find your way into the magma hideout. I know you need like a token or some like emblem,
so.
and then you have to like
That's
talk to the
Emerald
guy.
only. That's Emerald only. Uh,
Okay,
that's
so
Emerald
yeah.
only. That's so that might have confused you, right? Because at this
Okay,
point,
yes.
I have the whole route memorized. But
Gotcha. Yeah,
yeah,
because
yeah,
that was like
that wasn't introduced until Emerald because before then they would just sub out Team Aqua for Magma and whatever.
okay, yeah.
Like you would go,
I just
do
remember
the
being
dive puzzle.
stuck.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that one was a nightmare. Like it just some of those and then they expect you to read Braille too if you want a legendary. It's just some funny stuff I
If
remember as
you
a kid
had
being
the
like,
official
"What?"
Emerald guide, it gave you the Braille translations, and then you draw them out on a piece of paper, and it's really cool. And
Actually?
I went to a rich person school, and he couldn't.
Mhm,
This kid was lazy, but he had the guide, and I figured out the Reggie puzzles for us.
mhm.
And then
Dude,
I'm
that's
like,
awesome.
yeah, yeah, it was like the coolest experience as a kid. The guide actually told you what the things were, and then it said like get a Wailord and a Relicanth to
Mhm.
trigger the puzzle, and then you use I forget. It's been a while. I think maybe use cut or something.
Yeah.
It's one TM. It's one random move, and then you have a Wailord and a Relicanth in your party.
That's yeah, it's so weird. There's no way I was figuring that out. I didn't have the guide or anything,
It's a
so I
good way
was
to get you to spend the extra money on the guide.
for sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's I mean, you almost lock them behind purchasing the guide if you think about it, unless you already have the knowledge of Braille or you have someone who understands it.
Yeah,
So it's like
Q took some notes from the mainline games.
yeah, there, write that down.
Write
It's a
that down.
great
How can I
idea.
scam them more? Woo, more money. Dude, his hamster needs caviar, bro.
Oh yeah, his pet dog's eating better than me, man.
Dude,
I
his
tell
third
you.
wife needs a mansion, bro. Come on.
That's so funny. No, it's that's another thing too is which we don't have to get like deep into it if it's I know for some people it can be a pretty sensitive conversation, but like from you're somebody who actually interacts with the GTL and everything on such a
Yep.
daily basis and in such a
Yep.
unique way. I was curious what your opinion was on the changes.
Oh, horrible.
Mm,
Horrible. Firstly, they killed my pumpkin particle with
mhm,
the update. It looks so much better. I don't know. Just leave it alone. You're actually making the game objectively worse with the pumpkin particle.
mhm.
Um, you know, why would you introduce an item that is only used for easy mode? That doesn't make sense logically. If you're going to have no changes, you're just going to reduce an item for only easy mode. And I
Yeah,
grinded for it for like 6 hours. And then the next day, you found out you can't use it for hard mode. And the whole reason I bought it, I grinded for 6 hours was to use it for hard mode. And I never got to it. I'm like, okay.
yeah.
And then I did my strategy. And then they nerfed only my strategy. They nerfed the, it's like when your Drifloon dies, its name's escaping. Aftermath. They nerfed Aftermath, and then I'm like, okay, whatever.
Oh,
This is still fine. And then they nerfed it again, and I'm like, are you kidding me? And I believe
oh.
maybe they nerfed it a third time. It's at least two times. And then I'm
Mhm.
like, bro, what is going on? So now my strat's inconsistent. Now I'm spending more money. And then it's like, okay, whatever. I'm gonna get my particles done. I'm gonna stop. And then they're like 5-4, baby, 5-4, and I'm like,
Yeah.
okay.
I
And
I just feel like that's not to interrupt, I just feel like that's crazy though that, you know, you almost punish a player for because I didn't know that. I mean, I remember seeing I thought it was unlucky. I haven't done Pump King too much, but I was in the stream. I think it was yesterday or the day before, and
yeah,
the strat wasn't working, and you're almost like punishing the player for coming
it's
up with a unique way to beat it, you know?
It's not even consistent at any because at any time you can lose. So like as I said, I stand to gain 40K if everything goes right,
Mhm.
and that's a 15-minute time investment for 40K versus PvP battles in the same event can make you 300K an hour. But I
Yeah.
stand to gain 40K in 15 minutes, and that's if everything goes right. Most of the time it doesn't, and when it doesn't, you're out 60K for nothing.
Yeah.
So you're losing money unironically grinding pumpkin with the strat I have. and they
Wow.
changed it midway through, and it's like we're in too deep to reinvest into new mons. Like they don't think
Yeah.
of things like that. They don't think, and then if this is a normal player who hasn't been playing it is as invested, they're just going to quit the game, and I don't think many people think of that.
Yeah. No, that's a great point to bring up too. And it's, I appreciate you just like going into it and actually having that opinion because I think it's so cool to have people come up with their own strategies to defeat pumpkin and come up with their own ways to play the game that it's almost like disappointing to hear that, a
You,
specific strategy like
League of
if it was
Legends
busted.
doesn't change its patch before Worlds because they don't want to impact like the time to
Mhm.
make changes is before the event, not during. And if they are, you have to be very careful about what you change. And it seems like there's no thought. At a
Yeah.
certain point, it can't just be gross incompetence anymore. And
Mhm.
then it's been 5 for years and it's 4 all of a sudden. Are you kidding? Like,
Yeah.
that's
No,
such a crazy, and you probably remember we used to have particles on, like, we'll just talk about just the Halloween event. You used to have
yeah.
particles on your Swarmons. They got rid
Yeah.
of that. It was such a
Mhm.
nice thing. Like half the particles you could get for free. They got rid of that just for profit. And
Yeah.
then there used to be, oh, I want to fight the mini boss. I just walk up and fight it. Now you have to beat the kids. And the
Mhm.
kids used to be a farming metric for the new players. It was new player friendly. The new players who couldn't beat the normal stuff or do any of the high level content could just beat the kids and farm mini boss. It was a nice thing. And I
Yeah.
glazed them in 2021 for it. And
Mhm.
then so when I first started playing in 2021 and I grinded, and granted my grind is like 18 hours a day, right? But I
Mhm.
walked away with 70 million liquid and I spent money during that. But I walked away from being a poor boy, no pay to
Yeah.
win at all, to 70 liquid million Pokeyen in
Yeah.
2021. And then Abe's telling me he did that last year. And
Mhm.
then now somebody in my chat is bragging about grinding for 18 hours a day and he got 13 million. It's like, man,
Wow.
these poor kids. I don't like, and I feel like I'm doing a disservice by telling them how it was because their ignorance is bliss, you know?
Yeah. No, it definitely is like I mean, because to me, like I think I came in and played the game. I'd played through originally, but like I wasn't far enough to actually participate in much, and I wasn't super into it. And then I got really into the game again, like directly after they introduced the alpha starters. So I'm pretty sure, like my experience with the game, I've never even encountered like a wild horde mon that has a particle on it. Like that was never something I knew of. But like I would love to see that. Like there's so many of these changes that they have made that, at least in my opinion, I definitely think either reverting or finding a new way to go about them, or at
Yeah,
the very least waiting for the event to end
it's
before you.
always
Mhm.
nerfs. There's never been
Yeah.
a buff. It's always nerfs. It's always free to play nerfs.
Yeah.
And so everybody who does Jimmy runs now remembers it being 780K a run. Now people do
Holy.
450K a run and they think that's
Yeah.
normal. But for everyone else who did it before, it's such a negative experience, especially if you enjoyed it like I used to.
Mhm.
You're losing a third of your income every time you do it, and that adds up so much. And that's such a
Yeah.
negative experience. And you can't be doing that. You need a higher
Mhm.
skill floor, right? I mean a
Yeah.
lower skill floor and a high skill ceiling. And
Mhm.
they've done nothing besides punish any sort of grinding. They'll sit there and have ribbons not work for 9 months because
Mhm.
of a patch they caused, right? Because they released a patch and it caused ribbons just to stop working, and they waited 9 months to fix it. So no one could
Yeah.
put ribbons on their mons for 9 months. But you better
Mhm.
believe, oh, they're making more money than intended. We'll put
Yeah.
3 patches out that event, you know? Like
Yeah. No,
it's
at some point it just definitely becomes like a little obvious, like I totally understand what you're talking about.
Man,
Um,
it's just
yeah.
sad. Like people are to this day they're complaining about that they can't breed for profit. That's because people are breeding for losses right now. People are
Mhm.
comfortable shiny hunting alphas at a loss because they're getting majority of their cash back that they're spending breeding up these alpha Pokemon. And if they ever roll shiny, they're going to have a comp shiny alpha, which is a cool thing. So they're breeding
Mhm.
all these Pokemon for a loss, and a lot of people are breeding for break even, right? And they're
Yeah.
undercutting each other. And the reason that's happening is because nobody is paydaying anymore because there's a system that payday locks you. Nobody
Mhm.
is Jimry running because you earn a third of the income less. Well, and then I memed about it 5 months ago, and there's a clip of it where I
Mhm.
said, "Oh, watch next Halloween event, they're gonna nerf E4 runs because that's all that's left."
Yeah.
And
No,
then
that's actually crazy. It's like a foreshadowing in a way. You just
they
knew.
do the same broken playbook. I swear they're just trying to get everyone to quit the game.
Yeah. So with that in mind, because like I really appreciate your insight on it, and I think it's valuable to have, that like, I really do respect that opinion. I think I agree with it in a lot of ways, and it has been even in my short time playing the game, I've noticed similar things. As far as like people actually getting into the game, or even like for somebody like me who doesn't have a ton of liquid, I've got some vanity investments, but
Mm,
I probably maximum have like net worth, quote unquote, air quoting, right? Of like 300 to 400 mil. Like that is like I've grinded very hard to like get all that,
okay,
but
yep.
it just is pretty slow. And so I guess, do you think at this point with the current state of the game, is there a some kind of silver lining or one? I mean, I know that they have removed just about every money
Unironically,
making.
unless you're willing to grind 6 accounts at once or farm lepa berries, no.
Mhm.
And that's
Okay.
what bugs me because I
Yeah.
used to be able to make 7 million a week just shiny hunting with payday.
Hmm.
I would do my 2 Jimmy runs twice a day, an alt and a main account, and I would grind with payday. If I and then there
Yeah.
was a point where I was doing 3 accounts with ditto farming and I was making 20 million a week.
Hmm.
20 million a week is more than this event season.
Yeah. No, that's insane. I was just about to comment. You just barely said that that guy has been grinding and made what, 13 mil?
13 mil, 18 hours a day. Abe has 6 accounts. He's saying he's up 60 mil and he's doing 6 accounts, pumpkins, all trainers.
What? 10
Yeah.
mil an account is
Yeah, that's
crazy
my
though. That,
number 2. That's
yeah.
my number 2.
Yeah, I mean that just is insane because
And
it is really interesting.
at that
Mhm.
point, I'll just pay attention to the stock exchange because I can make $300 in an hour if I really put my mind to it, and then just
Yeah.
throw the $300 in the Pokemmo because that's would I rather grind 6 accounts for 3 hours or would I rather just pay attention to stocks for like
Yeah.
5 hours a week and just do some basic research? Stocks are
Mhm.
easier. It's unironically easier for me to farm real life money and just put it into the game than grind the game. And then
Yeah.
people are like, come to me, they're like, and then I can't give that solution to anybody because that's how they lose everything. Because I do options
Mhm.
contracts and
Yeah.
I make money because I'm not greedy and I on a bell curve I'm always up, right?
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
man, it's like I literally stopped stock trading because I was making so much money I felt bad. Because like
Yeah.
I've been poor, right? And then to
Mhm.
make an effortless 400,000 if I'm doing it consistently for a year is it just feels like wrong. And then when you have $800,000 liquid capital and you're investing it, the
Mhm.
like the $200 plays you make with options contracts turn into 2,000 every couple hours. And then the
Yeah.
hedge funds do this and it's just disgusting.
Yeah.
And money is the root of all evil. It's easier for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle than it is
Mhm.
easier for a rich man to enter the kingdom of God and all this other stuff. And
Yeah.
I'm trying not to make myself too financially good. So
Mhm.
I limit myself to only investing 10K and only making a certain amount of money. And then that's just so I can keep playing the game without affecting my real life money and my real life savings. And then if I
Yeah.
have a
Well,
wife and
mhm.
kid, I'll go back to stock trading just to keep my whatever I need, you know?
Yeah.
But I
Well, man, I do think that's admirable. I mean, one, I think that's like Pokemon aside, just as a person, like you have such an interesting story, and I feel like it's been super fun to actually one like just learn more about you as like from going from like this YouTuber, like a Twitch streamer that I've seen to like actually chatting with you is like it's pretty sick. I don't know. I always say like there have been a few people on here where I'm always like feel like I'm fangirling, but genuinely it's really cool that you bring that up, and it's an admirable quality. Like it's I think bettering in a way, some ways, trying to better your own financial situation in real life, to like you can still spend money on the game, but actually like applying that to your real life and actually encouraging people to like like work over, I guess I know you're not telling everybody to like work overtime to pay for the game, but it's just cool to see that you have that level of balance and like clear-headedness is I guess what I get pretty wordy,
yeah.
but that's what I'm trying to say.
I think money, right, is the root of all evils. Like it's
Mhm.
idolatry. You worship the dollar. For anyone who is religious, you worship the
Mhm.
dollar more than you worship God. And even if you're not religious, take religion out of this, right? Money
Yeah.
has diminishing returns. You see all these rich people walking around, they don't practice contentment, and they're miserable people. I know.
Yeah.
I've had money. It doesn't make you much as diminishing returns. If you're in
Mhm.
poverty and you're out of poverty, oh my gosh, money will make you so happy. I'm
Yeah.
not stupid. Like not knowing when your next meal is gonna be there, or like not being able to, oh, I can't go to the restaurant with my friends today, or you sit
Yeah.
there and you watch other people eat. That's horrible, right?
Yeah.
For any of you guys who've been there and empathize with what I'm saying, it's horrible, right?
Mhm.
Giving you money will better your life instantly, not denying that.
For
Um,
sure.
that's why I tell people not to give me money if they can't afford it.
Yeah.
Um, but like when you get to a lower middle class, you
Mhm.
need to start giving back. You need to start helping people. You need to start bettering your life. Say, I have enough. I'm content. And then, you know, you like get a
Yeah.
nest egg because it's always like you never know what the life's gonna throw at you, but like try to give back. That'll make you happy. That'll truly make you happy. You know?
Yeah, and I think that's what's important, I think that's like, I really appreciate you saying that. I really respect a lot of your viewpoints, and I think that that's just a really cool thing to bring up. I mean, especially the fact that you've had, like, just unapologetically, like, been promoting Christianity and, like, being it not only that, but, like, you actually are a good example of that. It's
I
really
try
cool
to
to
be,
see.
but I'm really not. I appreciate the glaze, but I
No.
really have a lot of like something as simple like I'm trying to
Mhm.
pitch the perfect being to people, right? But
Yeah.
at minimum, right, if you don't agree with what I'm saying, if you're Muslim, you're agnostic, I love you,
Mhm.
right? My heart
Yeah.
posture when I'm saying this to you is I love you. If you
Yeah.
like you need to make that decision yourself. I'm never going to force it on you. You disagree
Mhm.
with me? That's I love that you're even showing up and listening to me talk. We don't
Yeah.
have to agree with each other. I love you even if you don't practice my religion. I love you
Mhm.
like, and I just love the fact, even the people who disagree with me, I love the fact that they disagree with me because they're bringing something value, right?
Yeah.
You know, like a sword that gets tempered. If I
Mhm.
can't defend my own beliefs and I'm not willing to look at the like not opposition or look at other views, especially if people are coming to me like with goodness in their heart, even the ones who are bad posture, right?
Yeah.
Maybe like me when they say something toxic, like I got another one just like 10 minutes before this, somebody said on my newest video that I'm like what's his face, pirate software. He's like,
Mhm.
this is another pirate software, and I'm like, ooh, that guy, ooh. And I said God bless. I said, I'm sorry you feel that way, God bless, because like, firstly, he wants a reaction out of me, right? So then you don't give
Yeah.
it to him, right? You don't
Mhm.
give him the reaction. But I actually tell him, God bless. Like, he's like, oh, let me do this and see, get him hate. And he's gonna, and I hope, because some of them are savable, right? I think
Yeah.
just because somebody's a horrible person now, like, it doesn't mean they're gonna be a horrible person tomorrow, right? Because we're all souls.
Exactly.
That
Yeah.
homeless guy strung out on fent is the same as me right now, right? He has his own
Mhm.
set of challenges. I don't know. And the least I can do is give him a little bit of grace and empathy because I'm
Yeah.
given so much grace and empathy, right? Um,
Totally fair. Yeah.
but yeah, so he told me that and I told him God bless him.
Yeah.
God bless him. Because I'm like, I've said worse. I've said worse to people, you know?
No, for
I,
sure.
I've
And that
played I've played
yeah.
League of Legends. I've played League of Legends in season 3 and 4. I've played, I get it. Like,
Yeah. Right.
have I told somebody some unchoice words?
Mhm.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Oh, which is I feel like that's an experience that's universal, right? Like it's definitely something where I don't know. It just I mean, I can't say I've ever like I for some reason like I'm just not very competitive in games, but I've definitely been like very mean to people at some point in my life, right? All of us have
yeah.
done that. All of us have acted immaturely, but it's like I think it's about like it takes a lot to say that. And I hope you know too, I'm not just like actually glazing you. Like I mean it genuinely. Like it's really cool
Well, I
to you
try,
don't
and I
see people with
appreciate the
very many strong
compliment.
opinions,
I
and
appreciate the compliment.
yeah, I mean it's just genuinely it's admirable. Like I mean you see all these people if people wanted to start making YouTube videos for the game or something and getting into it, like all of them are going to post just guide like guides that have been made over and over again or this or that. And then your
Oh yeah.
videos will pop up and it's open dialogue discussion and I
I
think it
try I
welcomes
try
a
not to do the
yeah.
tutorial content because, like,
Mhm.
it's easier for somebody else to make,
Yeah.
and, I try to like leave things open for people. The only time I make tutorial content is when the same 20 questions are getting asked in my Twitch chat all the time, and it's like
Yeah.
ruining the viewer experience because I keep having to answer these questions. So like you go to my
Mhm.
Twitch chat, you're a new player. I have a video called new. It comes up with 6 different links. I throw it at you. I go, there you go. Oh, horde
Yeah.
locations, bam. What shinies do you recommend, Minish? Bam. And then I just throw
Mhm.
links at people, and I'm like, yep, get out of here. Leave my stream. There's
Yep.
your answer.
They
There's your
yeah,
answer.
take it and go. It's like a
Take it and
drive-through.
go.
They
Yep.
come in, they
Hey, you
order, you
came to
give
the
it
right
up, and
place. Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
But
Well,
you
that's
know, I
sick.
didn't know strings were. I didn't know tags were a thing for my first 2 years on YouTube, because Pat and I
Really?
started at the same time,
Mhm.
and I had like 500 subs, but that was just because I would link the YouTube tutorials in my Twitch chat, and if you're following me
Mhm.
on Twitch, you would just sub on YouTube. But I was always wondering, I'm like, why don't I ever show up under the Pokemmo category search? Why don't I ever? And then Rocket, like a year and a half ago or some change, was like,
Mhm.
dude, do you not add tags to your videos? And I'm like, what are tags? He's like, are you kidding? You got to be kidding. How long have you been doing this? I'm like 2.5 years. And he's like, dude, you need to add tags or YouTube's never gonna promote your content ever. It doesn't know what it is. And I'm like, what? And he's like, dude, there's levels. Like you name your thumbnail certain things. And I'm like, are you actually serious with this tag thing? And he's like, yeah,
Yeah.
bro. And he's clicking, he's because he has editing access to my channel. And he's like, bro,
Yeah.
none of your videos have a single tag. And I'm like, I didn't know that was a thing. And he's like, how'd you have any views? I'm like, I just linked them in my Twitch chat. And he's like, bro. And I'm like, and I'm sitting there because Petrowski and I started on YouTube at similar times. And I'm like,
Yeah.
wow, he's getting so many views. And then I spend hours doing this video and not a single person, YouTube must have shadow banned me. It was the theory I was working with, and I was just wrong. I didn't know what tags were.
Yeah. No, dude, I feel like it's such a learning curve. Like Rocket is a wealth of knowledge. Like pausing to he's someone I'll glaze like crazy because the guy
I
is
like
like
Rocket.
I mean, I've never met somebody who just like willingly gives information so freely. Because like I had one conversation with him, and then immediately he was like, "Hey, by the way, I noticed this about your thumbnails that could be improved. Hey, like this is this editing trick I use," and I was just like this is just a nice guy. Like I don't even know this person, and they're sending me all these helpful things, and like from other people's perspectives, like I don't view it this way
He
personally. I think
definitely has a rising tide raises all ships mentality, which
yes.
hasn't been in the community. Like I've tried, and so
Mhm.
many people I had people legitimately just take my guide, repackage it, say it's theirs, and I'm like, oh, okay. Like I'm
Yeah.
not gonna fight people because at the end of the day, I was happy because no, I literally said, well, no one sees any videos on my channel. At least people are seeing it on his.
Yeah.
That's unironically what I said. I said my channel shadow banned. At least it's on a non-shadow ban channel.
Yeah.
At least more people stop doing the double Typhlosion strat.
No,
Pat is a great person, and I will say
yeah.
that Pat is a great person. But oh
Mhm.
my gosh, he was making me mad when like I was doing the Smurgle Ditto catch with assist,
Mhm.
and before they nerfed it, like they nerfed it like 30 different times again,
Yeah.
classic. But I'm like catching Ditto's 100% rate before the repeat ball nerfs, and I have this amazing like heal, and I'm paiding, and then
Mhm.
Pat's coming out with a video like 2 months after my guide's out, and he's like, guys, use a Breloom to catch Dittos. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And then like I have an improved Jimmy run method that is getting like 600k a run. Not as good as today's. If you took today's and brought it back, it'd be amazing. But
Mhm.
it's funny that the Six Pillars references the guy who ripped me off
Really?
that we were just talking about. But yeah, so like I was like, Pat, you're and then people are like, it's fine, Minish. I'm like, it's not fine. They could be earning 200,000 more an hour. And then people come into my chat and they're like, I just bought my Cottony. I'm like, Cottony? You're using a Cottony? I'd crash out on them. I'd be like, you're losing 200k an hour. They're like, this is easy, Minish. I don't want to change. And I'd shame them into changing. I'd be like, you're losing 200k, but I'm comfortable with this. And I'd yell at
Yeah.
people. I'd be like, I be better.
Yeah, it's okay that you're comfortable, but just, there's a better thing out there. Like follow
I'm like,
that.
mine's brain dead. It has 6 extra steps. I don't want to breed an Aerodactyl, Minish.
Yeah.
You're gonna breed
No.
an Aerodactyl, or you will be banned from my chat. And I did.
Yeah, then
I
the
did.
last. Wait,
I'm
so I
like,
know it
do
says
you have your
31 speed.
Aerodactyl? He's like, no. I banned him from my chat. I said, send me a screenshot on Discord that you have your Aerodactyl, and I'll unban you.
That's
And he
wild,
did.
dude.
He did.
Yeah, good. It's the tough love, you know?
Yeah, dude, he was a. I owed him that. He was a 3 month sub. My boy Killua, he pops by sometimes. It's
Yeah,
been 4 years, so now he's out of high school and he's doing good for himself. But I'm like, dude,
awesome.
stop being lazy. Like legit,
Yeah.
it's a little bit of effort. You have enough money off one Jimmy run to buy an Aerodactyl, and he's like, ah,
I wanna know, like, throughout your content, you've been doing content for how many years for the game?
4 years.
4 years?
Yeah, four
Throughout
years.
that, do you have, like, an experience that still stands out to you? Because I feel like you've done big things, like, you participated in a lot of events, you've hosted your own events. Is there an experience that sticks out to you as, like, the time you enjoyed the game the most?
2021, 2022, before I came back from deployment,
Mhm,
and before they nerfed my payday rotation.
mhm,
My boy Peyton is in chat right now. He hasn't played this game ever since either. I lost
mhm.
half my community quit when they nerfed payday because that's
Yeah,
what we all did. We're like, it's a self-sustaining hunt. You don't have to put money into the game.
mhm,
And I loved every second of my 200. Like people are like, Minish, how did you go 200? How did you go 100K singles dry?
mhm.
Because I wasn't going 100K singles dry. I was paydaying 100,000 mons for 500 apiece,
Yeah.
you know?
That's crazy. Yeah. And was that any route too? Like, did they fully nerf it that
I
way where it went off
oh
level or?
man, I can't, it wasn't like this. Like recaptures
Mhm.
existed and I got a couple, but they would
Yeah.
go away and never come back.
Mhm.
And it was like a badge of honor. It meant you were playing like a bot back in the day.
I was gonna say
Um,
it's almost a compliment. It's like, "Yo, you're going a
it's like
little
I'm
too
playing
hard."
so efficiently, yeah. And
Yeah.
yeah, and Pete and I used to, oh, we got a recaptcha. We'd be like, oh, we're doing good today. We're cooking on money today. We got a recaptcha.
Yeah.
And it was like a
Just a
fun thing.
green flag.
And then they told us for years, and this is where it really hurts me. They told us for years there was no shiny locks in any capacity.
Mhm.
And then they say, oh, but there's this one that we didn't tell you about. And it's
Yeah.
like, okay, so you have no credibility because you told us there was none. So even if that is the only one, like, and then if you look at their statement on there's no shiny locks that affect normal players, and I
Mhm.
have a direct line with Q if you look at one of my videos where he says you're an abnormal player.
Mhm.
So like the fact that I'm affected is written off. They don't care.
Yeah.
Like,
I
because
think
they're
that's
like, well,
crazy. Yeah.
at the end of the day, it's like, I'm a big proponent of not putting innocent men in jail to, throw the baby out with the bathwater. And
Yeah.
they're literally consistently throwing the baby out with the bathwater. That's how they designed the game. They nerfed
Mhm.
the event to limit player income. They don't care that people quit.
Yeah.
And then our community doesn't unite. And to be honest, I'm not gonna try to sway their opinions anymore. It's a waste of effort. I'm gonna protect my little bubble,
Mhm.
and like people are like, we agree with you, Minish. I'm like, that's cool. I'm glad you agree with me.
Mhm.
I'm sorry that you agree with me because I wish you didn't, because then you're happy. And then I kind of, even with the video, like I'm looking at the comments, they're like, I had no idea. I'm a new player. I was enjoying this game. And I'm like, maybe I shouldn't have put that video out because you
Mhm.
guys were all just so happy earning your shillings. Like I bought a house for 30K and it's worth $1 billion, and then you guys are like, Minish, look at my cottage. I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, it's a beautiful cottage, little guy. I don't
No,
want to ruin that, and I'm opening people's eyes to a large extent. And I'm like, I don't want to ever make a video like this again. This is kind of what I'm thinking.
I
Even
mean, to be
like,
fair, yeah, it's like I think it needs to be said though. Like I think it has a place because like even personally, like hearing all of that, it'd be awesome to do a gym run and make 800K, but as someone who's never even seen that, like it almost makes you want to get into the
dude,
game and try to
they,
figure
they
something
say
else
they
out.
say it's bad for balancing. The income
Mhm.
disparity in Pokemon has never been this bad before.
Yeah.
Like I made like in terms of investment, I took
Mhm.
my 2 billion and I doubled it in assets because
Yeah.
everybody was underselling, everybody was trying to reinvest, and I worked my money and I doubled it with investing.
Yeah.
So like I made 570 million above market value just by knowing the market of RP was going to crash. And
Mhm.
then it really stinks too because I have new players come in and they're like, Minish, how do I make money like you? And I'm like, well, so what you need to do is you need to put $100,000 into the game, and then like
Step one.
and
Yeah.
then and then and then from there I can have you mimic my investments, which would
Yeah.
we would cannibalize each other, and then neither of us make money.
Yep.
It's like I can't I like I'm not the guy to help you. If you remember before this event, I made a video because I felt bad enough about it. I was making like 51 million a week, every
Oh my
month, excuse me,
gosh.
51 million every month. What I was
Mhm.
doing is I was buying every secret shiny that got listed, and I was
Oh.
repricing them to be 20 million.
Mhm.
If anyone undersold, I'd buy it, whatever it was, and I'd reprice it for 20 million. There'd be 3 listings of the same ebb group, and they'd all be mine at any given
Oh
time.
my
And and then I'm like, you know what? This is wrong. I need to just tell people about this. And I made the video, and then everybody kind of picked up on what I was doing, and they mega listed, and they blew my market out, and I don't do it anymore. But I'm like,
Mhm.
guys, this is wrong. And I made a video. I'm like, guys, this is how I'm scamming you right now. And like I just felt bad.
Yeah.
They're because everyone's like, Minish, I haven't seen you swipe in a while. How are you affording this? And I'm like, okay, guys, here's what I'm doing. Watch out for this, because if I do it, everyone else is doing it, you know?
Yeah. No, I
Yeah.
that's actually it's funny to hear again. Like I made the joke earlier, but more so I'm really believing it's like two different games. Because my whole goal of this account, funnily enough, my big goal in like one of my second videos, I was going through all my goals because like I was laughing about how I joined the game during the event where the alpha starters dropped, and I was like uninterested. I was into other games than Valorant and played other things. And then I came back to the game and, missing out. I mean, I have one of each of the starters now, which was sick, but like missing out on doing that event was kind of a bummer, especially
That
like
was my first
financially.
big call. I told
Yeah.
everybody, alpha starters can only go up in value. They can't hurt
Yeah.
you. They can only go up in value. And if they add, and I said this on stream, I said if
Mhm.
they add other alpha species and alpha dittos, your male
Mhm.
Charmanders can be rebred. The fact that they're
Yeah.
specifying that you can breed them, don't be breeding them with each other. Be holding
Yeah.
on to them, because they're most likely going to add species, and they're saying there's a third update. I think they're going to add other alphas, and I think they're going to add alpha dittos. I think
Yeah.
this is designed to be a cash sink for high level
Mhm.
players, and we can make a bunch of money of this. So I kept
Yeah.
6 boxes of alpha starters, and I bought them all at 200K a piece, and then the cheapest one turned into
Holy.
10 million when I sold them.
The cheat. Okay. Yeah.
The
That's
so
disgusting.
let me do the math real quick. And then people are like, Minish, how is your account worth over 20 billion? Let's do the
Mhm.
math here. So I invested in at 200K a piece,
Yeah.
200K times 60 times 6. I made a lot of money. Yeah. I'll just say
Yeah.
that. Yeah, that's a big.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering how much I misinvested for
Yeah.
that to all go away. Because I know I have
Yeah.
like 100 rare shinies on my alt accounts and stuff, and I know I
Yeah.
have 58 comp OT shinies. But I'm
Mhm.
like, man, that should be enough money for all of it, just that alone. And then I remember, oh yeah, dude, I spent billions on my egg hunt. That's what it was. Oh yeah, man.
All
Th-
roads lead to the Chikorita,
All
man. I
roads.
swear.
Oh yeah, dude.
That's
Do you have
actually
it yet?
really
I
funny.
get asked that question. I've gotten so much strength from God. I'm so happy for. I used to crash. I'd be having the best day. Minish, do you have your chikorita? I'd just go deadpan. Like, just
Yeah.
kills my mood. But now I'm like, okay, yeah, I don't have my chikorita. Tell the jokes. I
Yeah.
was at a soft point last December. Now I'm
Mhm.
over it. I'm like, okay, yeah,
Nice.
I don't have the chikorita. Laugh it up, boys. I'm sorry, I'm not one of you guys who hits 3 times within 30K. It is what it is. Some of
Yeah.
us have to make it to 200K.
It's the grind, man. It's a
Uh,
hustle. I mean, I'm still a noob in the grand scheme of things because I've only got I think like 30 shinies. I caught a Jigglypuff yesterday, which was sick, or 2 days ago.
with the
But it was like,
Oh,
huh?
Jigglypuff, nice. Are you making it a cute charmer, or are you just keeping it female?
I bred it down because I wanted to get all the little like Crystal is the game I remember playing a lot, so I wanted to get all the baby
Okay.
mons for fun from that
Oh,
game.
Igglybuff.
Um, yeah, so I have a
Nice.
little
I
Igglybuff.
love Igglybuff.
Yeah, it's the funniest sprite, man.
That's the most expensive stream avatar on my stream. We made it the max price because when I first started streaming, I had this dude Kento and Kelvin, and I'd be
Yeah.
a 2 viewer streamer with my Filipino and my Vietnamese because I lived in Japan for 7 years.
Oh,
But I had
cool.
my little Vietnamese viewer,
Mhm.
Kento. Kelvin. He still
Yeah.
plays the game. His name is Dark Shake, or he changed
Hmm.
it to Shake. He's one of the best
Hmm.
shunners in the game. He's been with me the whole journey. And then Kento, who's lesser known, but he's a fun guy. I like him. He
Yeah.
now he does PvP. Um, but they'd be
Mhm.
my only two viewers, and then I gave Kento an emote, so I gave Kelvin exclusive rights to that stream avatar.
Oh, that's so fun. Then you made it
And
max price for everyone else.
yeah, so if you watch my stream for like 80 years and you can afford it, at that point, Kelvin, sorry, dude. Like he earned it. Like you can be an
Yeah.
Igglybuff.
Worth it for sure.
Yeah,
We love Kelvin.
I love Igglybuff. Yeah, Kelvin's awesome. Dark Shake,
Yeah, man.
or he changed it. He has name ADHD. It's Shake now.
Oh, he just keeps moving it around.
He just keeps moving it around.
Jeez.
I was one of the people who could have snatched every name in the world, and I'm
Hmm.
like, Minish. Minish
Yeah.
who? Minish. And I was like, I win. This is the best. Epoch got Arceus and all this other stuff. I'm like, hey. And then I got Loutrid for my Ditto catching alt before they
Yeah.
nerfed it. So now when I
Nice.
catch, now my Loutrid has two OT Loutrid shiny OTs.
I
And then
love that.
I got Glalie, but I
Oh,
haven't
yeah.
hunted on it yet. But I'm
That's sick.
considering, yeah, so I have Glalie, I have Loutred, because Glalie is my favorite mon.
Uh-huh.
So I get a Glalie OT, and then I got Loutred, and then as I farm Dittos. In
Mm.
fact, I should just catch Loutrids on that account. I feel like there'd be some profit. Just Loutrid, start spamming them on the GTL 100K a piece. Like,
Oh,
people
for
would buy
sure.
them.
You get something. One of
Yeah,
the so I tried to get just cabbage whenever they did the name reset and it didn't work out, but I did get if you've seen like the meme, the big man Blastoise.
big
So
man
yeah.
Blastoise, big man Blastoise.
Yeah, dude. So
I
I've
used
got
to
that
play video
OT.
games with a guy who would spam that on his mic.
Oh
Swear,
yeah.
he's on one of my teammates. It was the
That's so
funniest thing
funny, dude.
ever. Him and
That
his wife slash girlfriend Chels, really cool
mhm.
people.
Yeah, it's a fun time, dude. Well, thinking about this, all of this stuff of like, laughing about playing different games and all this. My current goal in the game, right, is to get like it has been since my second video or so. It's just been to get the ghost costume. So that's like been my big
I
grind.
almost bought it because it was 750. It
I
was
was
really
yeah, I was gonna
cheap.
say. So with that in mind, I was curious what I mean, I already asked, I'm pretty sure about like a shiny goal, but do you have like because you could basically pick and choose vanities, right? Like, is
Yeah,
there something
I
that's
could
out of
afford
reach for you
anything.
that's a goal or
Nothing,
what is
nothing's out of
really?
reach. I was sitting on like mid very early into the event. I was at 3.2 billion.
Yeah.
Um, and there's even like a red skull for 1.9. I think cosmetic vanities are gonna fall the more
Mhm.
they keep releasing good vanities. People just don't care anymore. And with
Yeah.
like the price of yen is gonna see a plummet. Like it's yen is gonna be crazy. I don't know what
Mhm.
the future holds for values. I think
Yeah.
everything's gonna crash. I think they really just didn't. They just have no understanding of economics. I mean, they're video game designers, but like,
Mhm.
and they refuse to hire on a third worker. I heard I don't know if the validity of this, but someone said Pat said they make like 20K a piece for this event. My brother, they've
Whoa.
made $14,000 off me alone and my team, and we're all rogering in chat, like
Yeah.
22K from my team alone.
Yeah. Well, the people I hang out with in VC, we probably thrown this event probably between a big group of us 10 grand. So it's like
Yeah,
it
so
really is wild to think
that's
about.
their entire yearly salary for a new employee. So it's like,
Jeez.
and it's like, oh, the developers can't talk to us. Then hire a PR person. You have
Mhm.
enough money. Like
Yeah, I
what are
think
we
that's completely valid.
like hire an actual community manager. Like
Mhm.
hire an actual salaried accountable community manager.
Yeah.
Oh, you're having issues with updates? Well, you make enough money. You guys clearly have no understanding of economics, right? Hire somebody who does. Because I'm
Yeah.
not the smartest guy in the world. I have no degree. I'm self-taught, right?
Yeah.
And I am technically a point zero 0.01 variable or whatever the heck Golden Lion called me the other day for having my house paid off at 29. But
Yeah.
like if I can do it, I'm not a smart person. I'm a jack of all trades, right?
Mhm.
I'm not dumb, but I'm not the smartest person. You can hire the smartest person who can fix our economy right now. There's no excuse with the money you make. And at a certain point I feel like you want our game to die and just milk us for all we have, you know.
Yeah, no, I'm really curious to see. That was actually the first thing I thought of is I wonder how long it's going to take the market to adjust if they don't strengthen the yen again. And just, watching a bunch of vanities and investments fall, I feel like is going to be scary for a lot of people.
The pumpkin head was worth 2 billion a year and a half ago.
2 bill? What's it worth
2 bill
now?
for jack o' lantern. Like I've seen them go as low as 700K. And there's a huge dip where I heard one got given for 400K. 400 mil, excuse me.
Holy. Yeah, it's 850 mil right now.
Yeah, it's cheap.
What is
I know
the
that's really cheap. That's less than half of what it was worth. And
Yeah.
these people holding on to skulls, they're delusional. No
Mm,
one's gonna pay that much for skulls. They
yeah.
have the little Wish.com skulls right now for like 4 million. Why would I buy one for 1.8 billion?
Yeah. Now that's a great, I mean, that was an interesting move that I did notice that they added like another flaming skull helmet
They're gonna
essentially, and
do
they
it
gave
for
us
the
two of them.
jack o' lantern too. It's only a matter of time.
Yeah. I mean, I hope some of these do hold like strong. I mean, selfishly, if the ghost costume got cheaper, I'd be pretty
Yeah,
stoked.
because then you can be
But
like, look what I got for 200 mil.
well,
Cabbage,
I
that's a
just
sign of a bad economy. I got it for 200 mil.
Yep.
Winning.
Yeah, I will be the happy, blissful, ignorant man wearing my ghost costume and being happy. That is like literally for me, once I have that, it's just going to be perma shiny hunting the rest of the time. And
Amen.
so it's just going to be leppas and
You have a
grinding, but
Combi,
it's
right?
yeah, I got it
You
from
have
the
a
honey tree.
Muna and a Comey, right?
Yeah, let me see. I think those are the two rarest ones I have. Everything else has been either a horde or a single encounter that you can get in a horde. I've
I
caught in
recognized your page.
Mhm.
I'm not sure if you know. I recognized your page instantly when I was looking at shiny pages. I'm like, oh, this is Cabbage.
No way.
Yeah, yeah. Like I didn't know 99%. All these people are like, that's a big name. You should know who Mitch is. I'm like, I don't know who Mitch is. I've heard of his name like thrown at me and people been making fun of me. I'm like, I don't know who these people are. But I saw you. I'm like, oh, Muna Combi? That's got to be Cabbage.
Yeah, yeah, it's
I saw the Combi live.
Oh, you did? Oh, yeah, you did because it was the
Yep.
honey tree during the
Yep.
Shiny Wars. That's what it was.
And I was so jealous because I jokingly I bought 100 million worth of honey,
Yeah.
and I said we're gonna hunt until it runs out. We're gonna
You
hunt until it runs out,
just
and
a
it ran
casual
out,
100 million on honey is
and
so
it
funny
ran
to me.
out.
You ran
It's
out of it?
like I have a tree timer in
Yeah.
my chat where it drop like my stream is seeing it right now where a tree falls and kills a woman, and it's a
Mhm.
clip, and it was on a timer every
Yeah.
hour and 10 minutes to tell me to do my honey tree rotation.
Mhm.
And how many honey trees did I get for 100 million?
I have no idea what that would
How
even
many
map to
honey
'cause
tree shinies do you think I got?
oh, 0. As far as shinies go, I'm assuming
Zero.
you didn't hit
Not a
any.
one. Not one.
Dude, yeah, I don't even have words to say about that. That would make me
And
so
that was while
frustrated.
I was doing eggs too. So I was just like, and then people are like, Minish is the crash out king. I was. Yeah, I was. Every day, like I'm doing a lot better now because I'm just like, yeah, I'm not doing it. But my patience is at zero. I'm egging. I have
Mhm.
people linking me their shinies in chat saying, look what I got after 12 encounters, Minish. And I'm like,
Ugh.
great. And then like now I'm good. Somebody just was like, oh, I got this in 30K eggs. I'm like, oh, good for you. I got this in
Yeah.
30 eggs. Good for you. Like now I'm like zen. I'm good. But back in
Mhm.
the day, like mid honey tree, mid egg hunt, I wasn't the person I wanted to be. And then people are just like lolcowing me, and then people are clipping me out of context, and a lot of people are aggroing me, and I was too emotionally attached to the game. Now I'm just
Mhm.
like, yeah, dude. Yeah, I spent 2 billion on eggs and honey trees. Laugh it up. I
Yeah.
got nothing. Yep, it is what it is. I'm the guy. Yep.
Yeah, well,
How many starters do I have? I have 9 Loutred single encounters. Get on my level.
oh. Well, dude, hey, if it makes you feel any better, the last couple I've been pretty unlucky, but the last few shinies I've gotten are Raticate, Graveler, Venipede, Cubchoo, my second Lunatone going for Drifblim.
Raticate was one I got after 160K singles
Mine was
at
at 60 something thousand, but
the
not
EV
even
spot.
close.
At the EV
That's
spot.
insane.
His
Ugh.
name is Eevee, so I got a shiny Eevee, so it's fine.
Yeah, the cope. The nickname on it, man. It's yeah, I just don't know because I'm looking at my shinies. I still need to go update that website and add everything because I think let me see if I remove that. I think I've got 30. I Jigglypuff was my 30th.
He keeps
But
spamming it. He's saying, Nappy God is saying you're a wrangler, a ringer.
oh yeah, that's one of the buddies I hang out with.
I know, but he's spamming, and I'm like, I'll interrupt what he's saying. I didn't want to
Just
interrupt what he's saying.
yeah, just ban him. You know, you're good. He can.
Okay. Hey, Nappy, I have no other choice. He told me to do this. Bye forever,
Yep.
bud.
Cabbage approved.
Yeah, he's banned. Say less.
Let's go. That's way funny, man.
I will not
Oh,
unban him until you tell me to.
I actually love that. I'm just gonna keep using it against him because he actually does watch your stream a good amount.
Yeah,
So
I
I'm
like
just
him.
gonna hold it over
I
his head.
generally like him a lot,
Yeah.
but your word is my command.
How about this? We'll give it a 24 hours. Let him sit and think about what he did.
All right, so I'll unban him. Mods, can we time him out for 24 hours?
There we go. Yeah. We'll have some mercy, you know.
He's mercy. What a good guy.
Yeah.
What a
It's
good guy,
I
Cabbage is.
well, you could say I'm a good guy, or it's the fact that I don't want to listen to him whine about it over and over
No, he
again.
was
So, you know,
banned.
either
I'm
one.
not sure you could see. He was legit banned. I clicked the button. He was banned. He would have been gone from my stream forever.
Oh, no, I
There,
have gotten
I
5
jokingly
Discord messages from him.
I jokingly banned a year and a half sub,
Yeah.
and I forgot to unban him.
No
And
way.
and I never looked through the ban requests, and there
Mhm.
was like hundreds of them, and he just was like one of them, and I just lost one of my good friends. I'm like, yeah, he never comes back. Why is that?
Oh, shoot.
Oh yeah, because we did a witch burning. We used to be like, do we ban this guy? And everyone's like, ban him, ban him. And we're like, perma ban. It is what it
He's a
is. Don't you
witch.
love democracy? Hang him. And then we did that all the time. It's crazy. Why haven't we made partner in 4 years? What could it be? Well, Minish, you banned a year and a half sub. One? You think I only banned one? Like,
Like, I
like
got a list. What do you mean?
yeah, dude,
Am I
the
not
ban
supposed to be
requests,
banning?
I made a mod and they're looking through them. They're like, bro, what is your stream? I'm like, what do you mean? Like, people were just completely normal, been subbed for 4 months, banned. What happened? What happened? It is what it
Yeah,
is.
that's so
Uh,
funny, dude.
it is
I'm dead too. He's still
solo
messaging me.
Renekton, solo Renekton only. Solo
Mhm,
Renekton only is one of my favorite YouTube videos on stream.
mhm.
Like, I'm not sure if you've seen that. He's a League of Legends
I don't
player and
think
he's
so.
tilted out of his mind. And he's like, and then they're saying it, and they're like, "Good play, buddy," and he's like, "That's a perma." And then he's just going unhinged and he's just banning all these people and their subs and everything. And he's like, "That's a perma." And he's like, "Ban." And then one guy goes, ban them all." And he's like, "I will. You too." And he bans that guy, and I'm like, based,
It's
my
too much
boy.
power. Yeah.
That's I've been there.
Yeah,
I've been
that's
there.
so funny.
I've been there. I missed Hurricane, and like I used to play PvP. Anyone
Mhm.
else? Anyone else want to make any comments about my PvP? Anyone else want to say skill issue? Skill issue. Banned. Perma ban. And this is what I had like. I was doing okay. I was up to 30 viewers, which is huge for the MMO category. Skill
Oh,
issue.
yeah.
Anyone else wanna type skill issue? Another person type skill issue. Chat, he can't ban us all. You're banned too. I didn't unban a single one, and I banned 16 people. And at least
Ugh.
like 5 of them were subbed. Never coming back.
The subbed people is, like, what I
No,
find the funniest, to
no,
be
I don't
honest.
care.
That's
That's
so
what I don't
funny.
care about your money. You can't
Yeah,
like that's what's you can't buy me. I don't care.
yeah,
I don't want money. If I want money, I would trade stocks all day. Like I have a
yeah,
house. What do you I don't need more money. It's a problem. I give
yeah,
$100 to church every week. I don't need your money.
yeah. Well, I
Like
I will say, man, too, like, and you're probably gonna see this as Glaze, but I would say a big part of why I actually do enjoy watching your content is because of that. Is it's just like, you're so authentic to who you are, and the values do bleed out. And I'll stop glazing you after that, but I just have to get the point across that it's genuinely like I don't know. I think this is probably the longest podcast episode I've done because I was like, oh, I'll keep it 45 to an hour like normal.
yeah, it's
And then I'm like,
45
look,
minutes if you think about it. If you just like turn your brain off, it's kind of 45 minutes, right?
yeah, yeah, it's close-ish. But it's seriously
Anyone
so
tell you you
cool.
have the Hot Ones
Mhm.
voice? You have like with Sean Evans. You sound like Sean Evans.
Sean Evans?
You sound like Sean Evans.
I don't know if I've
Mannerisms
gotten that
and
before.
speech.
Really? Is it you said it's a Hot Ones guy?
The Hot Ones guy, Sean Evans. Yeah.
Sean I'll have to check that out. I know somebody it was like such a deep cut, but somebody was like, "You sound like this I can't remember if it was like a robotic YouTuber or something. Complete niche category. I had no
No,
idea existed.
Sean Evans has a very pleasant voice.
Oh,
He's like one of the number one podcasts, and you have a similar voice and mannerisms. I'm actually impressed.
oh, I appreciate that a lot, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, just to be fair, like,
And if you
it,
sucked, I would tell
yeah.
you you suck. So you know that. I'm just
Hey,
be honest.
I appreciate hey, if anyone were to tell me to my face, I know it would be you, so I will actually take the compliment. I
Yep.
appreciate that a lot. But man, just thinking about it, anything else you wanna chat about, you wanna go over? Because I feel like I could talk to you for the next 5 hours about stuff, but
Guys,
yeah.
shiny locks, if they are real, it's not worth worrying about. Stop that. Like, just stop it. You want to get shinies, do 200,000 encounters, do 20K encounters a day like I do. It's not that hard. You guys are all like, I do 20K encounters a day. It's not that hard. You're not shiny locked. And if you are, who cares? You can fight your way through it. At a certain point, you're going to have 500,000 dry, and then you're going to be able to know you're shiny locked and then spam ticket the devs and have an argument. Don't worry about being shiny locked. It's dumb. And then the devs are bad. They know they're bad. You telling them they're bad isn't going to do anything. Just focus on an issue, support people who have good points in issues. No need to be hateful. No need to degrade yourself to their level. That's it.